World Cup qualification is already secured for Christian Wüchs' Germany team. Avoid defeat here at Stadion Stojice today, and they will be on their way to Brazil next summer with an unbeaten qualifying campaign behind them. The milestone of 1,000 competitive goals was reached in the 2-0 win over Norway last time out, as was that all-important ticket to the 27 World Cup. There's just one last dance against Slovenia away in Ljubljana before the players can take a break for the summer and start gearing up for next season with a special competition waiting for them at the other end. Slovenia are at the foot of the table, but they've still got a chance to qualify for the World Cup for the first time in the nation's history. If they can move off the bottom today, they could make their task for the next round significantly more manageable. Staszek Holman has made one change to the side which lost 1-0 to Austria 4 days ago. In comes fullback Tinkara Testen as they switch to a back five. German-born Maja Strenad further forward, with Lara Pražníkar as well, a familiar face for Frauen-Bundesliga fans playing against Germany today. It's a Polish refereeing team around Michalina Diakov. And the captains are ready for the coin toss. Janine Minge wearing the captain's armband today. And the very much experienced Mateusz Zwer with the armband for Slovenia. Here's a look at the Germany lineup. Christian Wüchs said he'd be trying out something new. On his 53rd birthday, the coach has opted for a massive 8 changes to the lineup, sparing some of his biggest players at the end of this long season. Only Wamser, Sens and Bühl stay in the starting 11 following the game against Norway. Everybody else is new. Ena Mahmutovic earning her first Germany cap since 2024.
Los geht's mit der Frauennationalmannschaft im ZDF. Präsentiert von Google Pixel.
So it's FC Bayern's Mahmutovic in goal for Germany today. 3 of the back 4 ply their trade at Wolfsburg. The other one, Wamser of Bayern 04, Minge, Küwe and Linder, all playing in the green of Wolfsburg. Elisa Sens and Lisanne Greve in the defensive midfield roles behind Vivian Enderman, Shakira Martinez and Clara Bühl. And it's Melissa Kössler, the Denver Summit FC striker, who leads the line for the Germany team in their red and orange away jerseys today. And we are underway at Stadion Stojice, the biggest stadium in Slovenia, just outside of Ljubljana. That is the venue for this European World Cup qualifier. The group coming to a close today, and for the home side at least, there'll be plenty of attention diverted to the other game in the group. It's Norway taking on Austria right now. Norway can't be caught by either of the bottom 2, and they can't reach Germany, of course, either. Top spot secured for Christian Wüchs' team. But Slovenia come into this one just a point behind the Austrians. If they could get ahead of them, it would spare them from Nations League relegation. But it would also change the task moving forward in World Cup qualification. The hopes are not over for those who don't finish at the top of the group. For Germany, it's job done in terms of World Cup qualification, though. Top spot secured. They have their ticket booked. Brazil is calling for next summer. For everybody else, there's a rather convoluted playoff format. Germany advanced down the left-hand side. It's a nice switched ball towards Martinez. Defending done by Golob, who got it away. Golob has some bad memories of playing against Germany. Scored an own goal back in 2018 in a 4-0 defeat. Here come Germany with a first chance to have a look at goal. The shot fired by Wamser, bouncing away off the Slovenian defence. And they'll try and launch a counter here. Nice work inside their own half to get clear. And it's really good athletic defending too, to win the ball back for Germany. There's a player down for Slovenia after the break, which came to nothing. Might be trouble early doors here. Greve knocks it across the centre circle. Sens plays it back towards Kuva. Germany will look left for the second time in the opening minutes. Again, it's played in towards Martinez. The tall figure of Kössler waiting for something to come her way. The goalkeeper was closed down there, but manages to get it away from a teammate. From the left side, Slovenia can launch something. There's a bit of a hit and hope towards Maja Sternad. Sternad, the number 23, playing at Werder Bremen in Germany, formerly of Bielefeld. She was born in Ferl, played in the German under-19 and under-20 youth setups as well, senior level. She's now representing Slovenia. Golob. How will this back five work out for Slovenia as they look to stop the rot against Germany? They do not have a good record against the DFB Frauen. They lost 5-0 in the group opener back in March. The reverse fixture heavily in favour of Christian Vuk's team. Enderman and Sens starting things off early on in Dresden. An expectant crowd of 19,000 got what they were looking for. Second half goals then from Dahlmann, Mühlhaus and Schüller made it a very comfortable one-sided 5-0 victory back then. Since then, Slovenia have gone on to pick up one victory in the group. 1-1 drawn, none lost 4, their record so far. 3 points trailing behind Austria's 4. Austria having taken one from Germany with a gutsy 0-0 draw not too long ago. And they backed that up with a crucial 1-0 victory against Slovenia earlier on this week as well. Martinez turns around over her right shoulder. Kramjar brings it away. There was an appeal for a foul. Kramjar was briefly distracted, and that stopped Slovenia from getting the ball downfield. Alles Gute and happy birthday to Christian Vuk. He turns 53 today. Is there a birthday present from the team out on the field today? They're looking to finish with a flourish in Ljubljana. Germany having played 5 so far, won 4, drawn 1, the aforementioned goalless stalemate against the Austrians. 16 goals scored for Christian Vuk's Germany, just the 1 conceded. They come into this final game as the first European qualifiers for the World Cup in Brazil next summer. Lots of the groups still competitive to the end, but Germany have top spot absolutely sewn up here with a game to go. Job done against Norway, and now a chance to just come out here and enjoy this. And for Christian Vuk, an important chance as well to hand some caps to players who don't have too many under their belts. It's a different story for Sascha Kollmann. His team will be desperate to move back up into third and pit Austria for that third place. Germany corner for now. Buhl to take it, right-footed, lofted towards the middle. It was a good delivery and it's punched away to the edge of the box. Slovenia should be able to get it out. Zver, the captain, she can't find a teammate. Germany have it back down on the left-hand side. Camped in Slovenia's final third right now. The hosts can work it away. It's a nice touch down the right-hand side. Another hit and hope. Long ball forward, and Mahmutovic will be happy to get a touch on that and settle in the 22-year-old who had a stellar season at FC Bayern in the Frauen-Bundesliga. 11 clean sheets for the young shot stopper in just 17 appearances. Her first national team call-up. Well, her first cap at least. She's been called up a few times, but mostly spent her time on the bench behind Ann-Kathrin Berger. Last played for the national team in 2024. Chance of something developing for Slovenia. There was an option of Kramžar if the pass had got through in the middle. Germany with a little bit of defensive duties to keep them busy in the opening 7.5 minutes. Play switched calmly and confidently from right to left. And they'll bring it back towards the centre. They can recycle it back down the right-hand side. The pass cut out. It was a quick touch from Carlota Vamsa, the advanced fullback over on the right-hand side. Important block from Elisa Sens. Only Vamsa, Sens and Buhl holding on to their places in the lineup following the game against Norway. A 2-0 victory. Marie Müller with a goal on her debut, sending Germany to the World Cup. What a fairy tale it was in the last game. Müller notching the goal on debut, the 1,000th competitive goal as well for the Germany women's team. What a dream debut for the former Freiburg player, now at Portland Thorns. Kuva, she's found herself in a bit of trouble here. The nous of Mateja Zver almost making something happen for Slovenia. Zver, 38 years of age. Played for a long time in St. Pölten. The domestic champions of Austria 10 times in a row. That run was ended this year. Zver not there to defend the title. She went to Turkey. St. Pölten's long winning run in the Austrian Frauen-Bundesliga. That came to an end. The ball's chipped into the middle. It's headed away. Testen can only get it down the line for a throw-in. Testen in for Kustrin. The only change for Sasha Coleman, the Slovenia coach. Testen was playing at Benfica this season. She's only got a couple of Slovenia caps. Played 20 minutes against Austria in this group. Played a bit more against Norway, 90 minutes in one of the games, 45 in another. So a new face at 20 years of age, but a little bit of experience building for Tinkara Testen as well. She will be tested for now. It's the fullback on the other side, Chonch. Well, she had to come across and cover for Krijai. Germany throw down towards the byline. It's headed back, almost like a training ground routine. Lofted into the middle. Clean header from Agrej. It's out of the box, but Germany get it straight back into the box. Two of them there, the defenders. One of them has to make a call for it. It's cleared, but again, not particularly far downfield. The back five, Krijai, Chonch, Golob, Agrej and Testen. Already being put under a little bit of pressure here in the opening 10 minutes. Still Slovenia 0, Germany 0. It's League A Group 4 in these European World Cup qualifiers. Sens. Martinez tried the quick layoff, but it didn't quite work out for the DFB Frauen. As League A group winners, Germany don't have to worry about the next round of qualification. That is a luxury for Christian Wück and his team, and it's a luxury for the supporters watching, I'm sure, as well. Germany know it's job done. It's different for the other teams in the group, though. There are still chances to get through. The second and third place teams from League A. Remember, this is still a top-level league in terms of European qualifying, so second and third here still good enough in these groups to go through into a two-legged tie against teams from League C. So these teams whether it is Slovenia or Austria going through in third, they would come in as favourites for that next round. Fourth place, though, means you're playing against teams perhaps from Group B. Germany with a shooting chance maybe from the edge of the box. It's the first effort on target, 12.5 minutes into the game. Zala Mershnik tested for the first time. Vivian Enderman hitting the target. It was rather too central. A little bit of trouble for Krijaj, the defender. Her clearance ricocheted away and back toward Enderman. Enderman opened the scoring against Slovenia in the reverse fixture. And this time she's at least opened the shots on target. Germany breaking down the left-hand side. Good footwork to get down to the byline. The cross is looped away off the shin of Golob. Germany earn themselves another corner. And the attacking pressure continues to grow. The tall figure of Kuva waiting for something to come her way. It's punched away by Mershnik. Out to the edge of the box it goes. Shakira Martinez. And now the shot towards the top corner from Lisanne Greve. The 23-year-old wearing the number 6. It's cap number 6 for Germany tonight. She lofted it towards the right angle, but it was always flying too high. Scored a couple of times for Eintracht this season in the Frauen-Bundesliga. 2 goals and 2 assists across 24 games in the domestic league. Played a couple of minutes, Greve, against Norway. Got 10 minutes in the game which clinched qualification for the World Cup. Germany looking to finish with a flourish in what has ultimately already been a successful campaign. They're looking to finish unbeaten, get another win on the board. Into the box they go. Enderman, what can she do from the tight angle down there? As she dug out a corner for Germany, the officials say no. The last touch came off the boot of the Eintracht Frankfurt player. Sorry, the Wolfsburg player, of course, Vivian Enderman. I was briefly thinking it was last touch off Sense, but of course it was the number 8 Enderman down there in the corner. Goal kick, the outcome no less. Zala Mershnik with just the one save to make so far this evening. Greve. Vamsa sends it down the right-hand side. She'll get it back. Space for Kuva to move forward. Sarai Linda. They're getting the simple things right at the moment, Germany. Good ball into the box, and it has to be a decent side-footed volley away from Golob. She sliced the last one, but this time she made a good contact. And it was important that she did too, because there were Germany players waiting for that, had it been off target. Straight back down the middle it goes. Martinez giving chase. Enderman was closest to it in the end, but Mershnik, the goalkeeper, coming out on top. So nothing officially on the line for Germany tonight except the unbeaten records. The chance to go through the whole campaign without defeat on the way to the World Cup. That would be a sense of pride, a source of pride for Christian Wück and his team for sure. Janine Minge of Wolfsburg. She turns 27 on Thursday. She was quite clear that this Germany team want to win anyway today. They want to show that they deserve to be going to the World Cup. That's what she said in the build-up. Minge back in the team and with the captain's armband, having missed the game against Norway through suspension. Testen, throw in for Slovenia. She'll try and loop it over the top there. Greve was ready for it, nodded it back towards Ena Mahmutovic. Not too much to do for the 22-year-old shot stopper for Germany so far. Hefty challenge in the centre circle. Slovenia come away with it. No foul given either. 3 forward in white. What can the hosts do here? First chance maybe to shoot from close range. And it's into the back of the net. It's Maya Sternad, born in Germany, scoring against Germany for Slovenia. Well, the question is it going to count? It was a thumping challenge there. Krasnikar with the initial challenge to win the ball back. Kramjar driving it forward. And then it bounced all the right way. Minge beaten in the box, and it fell kindly for Sternad. Nothing doing in the end though. Well, she took the chance nicely when it came her way, Sternad. Bounced very kindly for Slovenia when it was up there in the Germany penalty area. But it remains goalless, and Germany have the ball back. Slovenia looking to come forward again. I'm actually not 100% sure what the decision was, whether there was an offside, a handball or something in the box, or whether it came all the way back to the hefty challenge from Krasnikar. Maybe you saw more than me, but I'll update you as soon as I can on the reason exactly for Slovenia's supposed goal being ruled out. I believe when it ricocheted in the box, Maya Sternad scored from an offside position. I didn't get a chance to get a great look at it though. It all happened very quickly with the ball ricocheting around in the middle. Didn't see a flag go up. Now we'll have a much better chance to see it. The left foot stretched beyond Janine Minge. That is why it remains goalless here. A really positive sign for the hosts though. Slovenia threatening for the first time in the game. Golob. Chonch looking for an outlet, but she doesn't have one there. Germany have it back on the halfway line, and there are plenty of red shirts forward here. Kössler waiting for something in the centre. Enderman driving into the box as well. Buhl. Back it goes. It's lofted towards the centre. Just too high. Melissa Kössler just couldn't get up to it. The Denver Summit FC striker earning her 5th Germany cap tonight. Scored 4 times for Denver Summit FC this season. Kössler, formerly of Hoffenheim and Turbine Potsdam. Now Germany looking to come forward again. Have they been brought to life maybe by the offside Slovenia goal? Will that spark something into Christian Wück's side? A second gear perhaps? They were applying pressure at times in this first half. But Slovenia have found their moments now as well. Halfway through the first 45 minutes. It's League A Group 4. Germany atop of the pile, and nothing here tonight will change that. But there were 8 changes to the side. Chances for some new faces to get another Germany cap under their belts. Maybe some new scorers. A bit of confidence and a bit of routine. Things to build on. Chances to be seized for some of these players. 8 changes to the side which beat Norway 2-0 4 days ago. Greve sends it across to Kuva. It's good patient link-up play. Buhl always floating around. It's headed away by Zver. Only as far as Carlotta Vamsa. Cross. Booted over from Vivian Enderman, but it wasn't the cleanest of connections, and it floated towards the keeper. Germany quickly have it back with Greve. Into play with Martinez, and the long shot is too high. Zalamerchnik had a read on that all the way. Lisanna Greve fired over the top around about 5 minutes ago. Now the ball well over the frame of Zalamerchnik's goal for the second time. Merchnik gets it up to halfway. Slovenia win the knockdown. They've profited from a couple of those in this first half so far. It's been something that they can build on. Vamsa down the right. She'll get it back here, Vamsa. That's really nice link-up play. Combined brilliantly with sense. Vamsa. Pass was a little bit predictable over to the left-hand side. Buhl was waiting for it. Krijai got a good read on it. Stepped forward at just the right time to disrupt the Germany flow. And it will end with the ball trickling over the line, I think, for a Slovenia goal kick. It might just about stay in play down there. They will have to get it away. The ball rolled onto the paintwork and then stopped. Greve penalised for something of a cynical drag back. Michalina Diakov brings out the first caution of this evening's game. There's a tread on the heel there. Greve just biting away once too many. Slovenia up to the halfway line. It's lofted down the left flank, and the header is won. They'll win the second ball as well. Wires crossed up top there. Sternad, who thought that she'd put Slovenia ahead 7 or 8 minutes ago. That time letting the ball run out for a Germany throw. Slovenia holding on to possession for a change. This time the pass through the middle does find a gap. The pass out to the right-hand side might not be a bad one either. Has to be played back towards Mahmutovic. She was right on the line there when she got it away. Almost a corner conceded by Germany. Mahmutovic plays the pass wrong. Shooting chance, big chance for Slovenia now. Mahmutovic behind it, and it's swept away by Vamsa. It's a let-off for Germany. Well, she looks cool, calm and collected, Anna Mahmutovic. But it was her pass which allowed Prašníková to fire towards the Germany target. Prašníková playing now with the Utah Royals. Played a long time with Eintracht Frankfurt, and with Frankfurt before that, and with Turbine Potsdam as well. She would love to get on the score sheet against Germany. She's got a great record for her national team, actually, Prašníková. 37 goals in 64 appearances for Slovenia. A real leader for this team. Played well over 100 games in Frankfurt. She was denied on this occasion. Slovenia corner. It's cleared away to the edge of the box and it's fired back in nicely. Clean, low shot. It could have taken a deflection on its way and made life really, really difficult for Mahmutovic. In the end, the young Germany keeper was comfortable enough getting behind it. Slovenia enjoying a good spell midway through this first half. They've had one ruled out for offsides. They've now tested Mahmutovic perhaps more than Merschnik has been tested in the game. Really positive stuff from Sasha Coleman. They're not playing like a team who've lost heavily in all of their last meetings against Germany. It was 5-0 in this group, 4-0 and 6-0 in the other games before that. Space over on the right-hand side, another chance to shoot. Mahmutovic has to get down to it at the near post. Well, well, well. Sasha Coleman's team springing to life. Izabela Krijaj. She had the room after the pass from Korlošec. Kaja Korlošec, really one to watch. Playing in France with Paris FC. Well, if you ignore the pattern of play for the last couple of minutes, it's not a bad day to be Christian Vuk. Birthday celebrations today. He's on his way to Brazil soon. He's going to go and check out some accommodation. Try and find the right base camp for Germany in Brazil for next summer. The only real negative from Christian Vuk's perspective is looking at the domestic football scene. He was talking this week about his worries that so many of the players in Germany are finding other destinations more attractive than the Frauen-Bundesliga, for various reasons, of course. Enderman on her way out to Liverpool. Cerci heading to Arsenal. There's already Schüller, Knack, Lohmann, Nüsken. Plenty of players. Martinez as well in the starting lineup today, who ply their trades in the Women's Super League in England. Elisa Sens could be on her way to Real Madrid. Not signed, sealed and delivered just yet, but there does seem to be something of an exodus from the Frauen-Bundesliga right now, and it's a little bit of a cause for concern for Christian Vuk. Zver gets a tap on the ankle, and it's a Slovenia free kick just outside their own penalty area. Kessler penalised for the slightly overzealous challenge. Zver. The whistle's gone again, and referee Diakov not too happy. She brandishes a card for the second time tonight. It's Prašníková who's gone down. Vamsa. She joins Greve in the book. Painful one for Lara Prašníková. Vamsa just stretching forward. Studs onto the boot of Krasnikar. So just over half an hour gone here. Still Slovenia 0, Germany 0. And the other game in the group is Norway 0, Austria 0. As it stands, of course, with everybody level and no goals in League A Group 4 so far tonight, Germany would be 4 points ahead of Norway atop of the table. Austria would remain a solitary point above Slovenia in third, with the hosts tonight bottom of the group and facing Nations League relegation and a slightly tougher looking playoff in their quest to reach the FIFA Women's World Cup for the first time in the nation's history. I did mention the convoluted qualification playoff format earlier, but just to recap that, second and third go into a two-legged game against teams from League C. If you finish fourth, you'll be playing against somebody from League B. So theoretically, of course, on paper, finishing fourth will get you a tougher opponent in the playoff. The winners of those initial two-legged playoffs there's another advantage for the teams who finish in second or third, because they will be on the first path and therefore seeded against the winners from the second path. That means they get the second leg at home, so there's still a long way separating Slovenia with World Cup qualification right now. First things first for tonight, their job is to try and get something from this game and see if they can sneak past Austria on the final day and put themselves in a more advantageous position for the playoffs. They've gone about it tonight as a team who do look like they want to cause the upset. They look like they believe in themselves and fancy their chances of getting what would be a famous upset if they were to come away with victory tonight. Krasnikar, it's Sternad, just closed down, couldn't get it under control, and Kuva came across. Kurashec drove Slovenia forward. Maja Sternad just couldn't get a touch on the ball. Just didn't quite fall within her stride after the first initial control. It looked when it came her way as though the Werder Bremen player might have a good chance to shoot. But after the first touch, Kamila Kuva just ate up the ground and was able to get the ball away to safety. Slovenia corner. They continue what has been a good showing, and it's deflected goalwards from the near post. Those can be dangerous. Germany happy to get it away. The DFB Frauen on the back foot right now. Zver. It's lofted towards the box, but she got it all wrong. It wasn't the contact she was looking for, and the ball just wafted away from the area rather than into the danger zone. Krasnikar, that's good work, but the whistle is up. The whistle's gone rather, and the flag is up. Kramjar pointing to referee Michalina Diakov and saying, how can there have been an offside call there? But for the second time tonight, Slovenia with a good chance. It's come to nothing because of the flag. Paulina Baranovska, the official over on the sideline. Vamsa. Enderman wanted it back there. She got it eventually. Wasn't the 1-2 she was looking for. Vamsa turns around. She's got Enderman in support again. Back it goes towards Elisa Sens. Kuva, decent control from the Wolfsburg defender. Scored 3 times in the Frauen-Bundesliga season. Kuva, not a bad record from the back. Minge, the captain, with 6 goals and 3 assists from centre-back. Goal-scoring threats from all over for Germany, but they're not able to show that at the moment. It's Slovenia who look like the team who want this a little bit more. The pass off target. There was a really good opportunity on there over on the left-hand side. Koroshets again getting herself into a good position, but the pass just wasn't really up to standard, and it let the Germany defence off the hook. Here they come again down the left-hand side. Germany looking to click back into offensive action. Vamsa, the step over in the middle is a good one. Oh, it was clever from Melissa Kössler. That nearly opened the door for Vivian Enderman. It doesn't take Germany long to switch it on. Slovenia know it. They've got to find a way to get their noses in front whilst they're dominating in the game. They're not going to be playing like this and pushing Germany back for the 90 minutes, you would imagine. Good work from Golob, the central of the 5 at the back. Janine Minge waiting in there. Enderman as well. Front post goes the corner, and it's in at the back post. Sarai Linde. Will it count as her goal? Or will it go down as an own goal? I'm not sure. But unlike the Slovenia goal from earlier on, this one's going to count. Delight for Christian Vuk. It's harsh on Slovenia, it has to be said. But Sarai Linde won't mind. The touch at the back post does look to be decisive. I'm not sure it's going to go down as a second Germany goal for Sarai Linde. She got the flick on at the front post, which is so important so often. Head in hands for Testen, but it was Krajnika who pushed it over the line. Cruel for Slovenia after a really battling performance in this first half. But Germany lead by a goal to 0. Yes, there was a stroke of luck along the way, but when you send those corners in towards the front post and you win the initial flick on header like that, it always makes it really difficult for the defending team. A touch from anybody in that position and the goalkeeper is usually left stranded near the front side. Good movement. A couple of challenges that Melissa Kössler was able to bypass there. Free kick goes against Vamsa, who is on a yellow card here. She's got to be a little bit careful. It was her pass that was cut out initially, and there wasn't too much contact there. Agrej feeling that the break was prevented. Sasha Coleman, penny for his thoughts. This has been a really impressive first half from Slovenia. They're unfortunate to find themselves a goal down at this point, but that is the situation that they're in. Martinez of West Ham. Play switched over to the right. Enderman will pick it up. Vamsa on the overlap. The pass not accurate enough. That's been a bit of a theme for Germany now. The first half coming to a close, but too many times from promising positions, the passes have been a little bit too predictable. This Slovenia defence is fired up. They're ready to jump forward and spring into action and cut these passes out, and Germany have allowed them to do that a little too often. That's one back, and it's a long shot looping towards goal. Mahmutovic was always getting behind it. Full marks to Kramjar for the ingenuity though. Tried something different, tried to catch out the young Germany goalkeeper. No luck for Slovenia. Germany do just have that extra little spring in their step. They've come through a tough spell against Slovenia in this first half. Not only did they avoid falling behind, they've got themselves in front. Now Vamsa has some space. Cross deflected towards the front post. It was clever from Martinez. Flag is up for offside. Cap number 5 for Germany for Shakira Martinez. The former Freiburg and Frankfurt player trying to flick that on towards the near post. There's a look at the offside. It deflected off Testen. Martinez tried the cute chip from the angle. Tried to get it away from the keeper. No way through. The home side advance. Not for the first time. They find the right pass. Just no consistency in the end. Isabella Klijai, by and large, has had a decent first half, but they can't always find the passes that they want when they get towards the final third, Slovenia. Martinez gives chase. Ricochets back in favour of Zver, the Slovenia captain. This is a well-drilled Slovenia side. There's no doubt about it. You don't get up to League A in Europe for nothing. That puts you amongst the 16 highest-ranked teams in Europe. It might be the end of their League A adventure for now, Slovenia. They're certainly giving it a good fight as they try and save themselves in League A. Slovenia wanted the free kick in stoppage time here. They're not going to get it. Last 40 seconds then of added time. Is there to be one more chance for either of these teams at the very end of the first half? Testen calmly turns back and plays it towards the goalkeeper. Meshnik's been good today. Germany haven't tested her as much as they would have liked, but ultimately the breakthrough has come from Lara Prajnica, a familiar face for German football fans. She played for Turbine Potsdam, played for Eintracht Frankfurt, and she scored an own goal to give Germany the 1-0 lead, and that looks like that's how it'll be at half-time here. Michalina Diakov blows the whistle, and it is a 1-0 Germany advantage at half-time. For long periods, Slovenia were good in that first half. They did find the back of the net through Sternad, but that was ruled out for offside. Sarai Linda's front post header turned across her own goal line by Prajnica, and it's Slovenia 0, Germany 1 at the break.
Gleich geht's weiter mit der Frauennationalmannschaft im ZDF. Präsentiert von Google Pixel.
Changes to be made at the break for Christian Wück and Germany. A rather flat first half performance from the DFB Frauen. They lead 1-0 anyway. A rather fortunate own goal late on in the first half has put Slovenia behind, and Germany a goal to the good. But it's perhaps no surprise that Christian Wück has opted to ring the changes. Sophia Kleinherner on for Carlotta Wamser. Carlotta Wamser, one of the better performers in that first half down the right-hand side, but she's on a caution. The Bayern 04 player withdrawn for the second half. Mühlhaus and Ciacci coming on as well. I'm sure we'll see more throughout the second half. Linda Dahlmann looked like she was getting ready, getting fired up to come on at some point. But it's Germany in red who get us underway for the second half. Slovenia 0, Germany 1 in this final group game in the Women's European qualifiers for the Brazil 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup. Germany have already booked their ticket there, but they're close to getting through this campaign unbeaten and finishing off with another win away from home in Ljubljana. Slovenia unfortunate perhaps not to be at least level at the break. They had the better chances, they created plenty on the break. They gave Ena Mahmutovic something to think about on a few occasions. Lara Prašníková herself came so close to scoring. Maja Stiernad hit the back of the net, but crucially from an offside position. And it was Prašníková who poked the ball over her own goal line for Germany's go-ahead goal late on in the first half. It was Linda's header from the front post. Buhl with the corner, Linda with the flick on, and Prašníková with the final touch. And that's how Germany lead by a goal to nil. Can they build on that now in the second half? It's played into the box. Calm goalkeeping from Merschnik, who lets it run out of play. Agrej suggesting that she was caught by a flailing arm in the face. Let's see what happened here. It's a battle with Shakira Martinez. It's played away by Merschnik. Linda. Side-footed pass out to the right-hand side. Can Germany settle in possession in a way that they didn't manage for too much of the first half? It's given away at the back by Slovenia. It's just going to roll out for a goal kick though. Germany seeing plenty of the ball in Slovenia territory at the beginning of this second period. For now though, no way to really make inroads into the penalty area as Sasha Coleman, the Slovenia coach, watches on. His half-time team talk would have been an interesting one altogether. With everything but the result, I'm sure Sasha Coleman was the happier of the two coaches in the changing rooms at half-time. But the result is what counts, and it's Germany who have the lead. Ciacci. It's flicked through and it's a good ball. Might come back for Mühlhaus. That was going top corner. Merschnik gets over to make a save. And suddenly Germany report for duty for this second half. Mühlhaus with the curling right-footed effort. It wasn't quite close enough to the corner. It was good enough to earn this corner. Germany scored from a corner late in the first half. What about now? It's long towards the far side. It's loose in front of goal. Whistle has gone. Panic over for Slovenia. It was loose in the box for a second. It was Ciacci who headed it down. Germany trying to find that link up again. It didn't work out that time, but they've got it back cheaply. And they've given it away quickly again. Too many turnovers at this point. Possession just bouncing back and forth between the teams, but it's Germany who come out with it. Sarai Linde. Up to the edge of the box, shot from distance, and it's stopped on the line. Martinez is there, and she can follow up for a second. Meshnik made a good save a moment ago. This time she couldn't hold it. It stung the palms of Meshnik, the goalkeeper, and it popped out favourably for Shakira Martinez. Zala Meshnik down, holding the left shin, perhaps in hope that the goal from Martinez will be ruled out. But she made the trouble for herself. And the contact looked to be clean between Martinez and the ball before she clattered into the defender and goalkeeper. Meshnik reacted quickly. Agrej was in there as well, desperately trying to salvage the situation for Slovenia at the back. But Shakira Martinez reacted too quickly. A Germany goal for Shakira Martinez. Cap number 5 for the senior side. And a first international goal at this level. Meshnik taking the applause from the crowd. She'll be disappointed with her effort for that goal. She spilled the shot initially. It led to the chance, and Martinez wasn't going to miss it. The Al Ittihad goalkeeper at club level, formerly of Turbine Potsdam. She got right behind it, but it just sprung away from her gloves. And Martinez took full advantage. Germany leading by 2. Some credit must go to Melissa Kössler. She's not got her name on the score sheet today. But it was her clever step over which led to the corner from which Germany scored their opener. And now it's Kössler's shot that was spilled by Meshnik, leading directly to goal number 2. So if you look purely at the goals and the assists, you might not feel that Melissa Kössler was as influential in the goals as she was. Slovenia's turn to win it back cheaply in the Germany half. Sternad just drifting across outside the area, but couldn't go all the way. The pass down the flank has to be cut out there by Agrej. It's going to be kept in by Tinkara Testen. First chance for Maja Sternad in this second half to get on the ball inside Germany territory. Germany free kick. Kramjar penalised. She was another of the more influential players in the first half for the hosts. Kaja Koroshets, she drove the team forward time and time again. Zara Kramjar as well. Only 20 years of age. Plays her football in the Women's Super League in England with Everton. Spent time in Italy as well with Roma and Como. Decent record of 8 goals in 25 caps. Sternad, who's moving from Werder Bremen to Bayern 04 in this off-season. It is the end of a long and draining campaign for a lot of these players. Of course, next year will be even longer because at the end of the campaign comes the World Cup. Lots of these players enjoying their chance to sign off today at the end of this World Cup qualifying campaign. And they'll be looking forward to the summers ahead. Mahmutovic, who's had a great year at club level. Kleinherde. I'm not sure she made too much contact with the ball, and the home fans certainly don't think so. The referee Diakov, okay to let play continue though, and Germany are looking to take advantage. Selina Ciaci, good ball into the middle, might fall for somebody. Kössler waiting, and eventually it's just wide across the face of goal. Vivian Enderman, who opened the scoring in the last game between these two teams, she couldn't quite add the third. Kössler with the initial bit of hold-up play. It looked like she might be able to shoot on the turn. Then Shakira Martinez got into position, but it came all the way across for Enderman. And it's pressure against the Slovenia back line that they never really had to endure too much before the break. Now suddenly Germany looking full of confidence after the changes. Well, Vivian Enderman just asked a little bit too much of herself there. She was weaving left, right, switching back to confuse the defenders. In the end, she lost the trajectory of the ball herself. Well, it was the first glimpse of a dangerous breakaway from Slovenia. The kind of thing that we saw in the first half, time and time again. It looked to be developing nicely, but the final pass was a little bit hit and hope, as a few of them have been from Slovenia today. There is an element of hit and hope when you come into a game against Germany, having never scored against the DFB Frauen. Slovenia are more than 30 goals down against Germany. I mentioned their record in the last couple of years: a 6-0, a 4-0 and a 5-0 defeat. It doesn't make for pleasant reading for the Slovenian fans. The scoreline right now, though, makes very pleasant reading indeed for the Germany fans who have made it down to Ljubljana. Beautiful sunny evening in the north of Slovenia. The hosts move it to the left-hand side. Good pass, clipped in towards Kramjar. Couldn't get through against Janina Minge. The Germany captain comes across to cover. Kramjar still in possession. They bypass Jonch. The look out towards Krijaj. Germany have it back with Greve. It was Greve and Wamser who picked up cautions in the first half. Wamser's been withdrawn. Greve remains on the field. Well, we've had a goal here in the second half. There's been a flurry of goals in the other game in this group. Norway 2, Austria 1. The current scoreline just over 10 minutes after the break in Norway. Sternad giving chase. Kuva over to deal with it. It's been really good coverage from the centre-backs, Minge and Kuva. They've coped well with the counter-threat from Slovenia since a few shaky moments in the first half at least. Sarai Linde. Decent pass up towards Köstler. Sent through into the box, but Mešnik's the only one who's getting behind it. Well, we come towards the hour mark here in Ljubljana. Slovenia have given a really good account of themselves in the first hour, but they've struggled more since the restart. The team talk that coach Christian Vuk has given on his birthday seems to have done the job for Germany. They've got themselves 2 in front. It could have been more. It might still be more. Mühlhaus, who had one tipped away from the top corner. Greve. Mühlhaus again. Whips it in towards the box. It's a good header away. Germany with more than 60% of possession now. Maybe a handball by Sarah Linde. The referee doesn't think so. It's another decent header out of the box. Svea can chip it away. It'll come straight back though. Cerci almost able to turn on the edge of the area. The ball just bounced away from the number 15. Linde. Good cut-back pass towards the edge of the box. Kleinherner is down. The long shot bounces awkwardly for Mešnik. Again, she gets behind it, but it bounces away from her gloves. This time, she at least turned it away to prevent any kind of rebound follow-up. Greve, who fired a couple of efforts over the crossbar in the first half. This time it was dipping and swerving much more dangerously towards the bottom corner. Zala Mešnik dealt with it well enough. It's the end of the day for the 38-year-old Mateja Zver. Maja Sternad, who thought briefly that she'd given Slovenia a precious lead in this game. She's withdrawn as well. Kustrin, who was the only change in the lineup for Slovenia at the start of the day. She makes her way off. Testen, who was on in her place, replaced by Kustrin. Well, the officials aren't actually allowing all of these changes to go through. Nina Kajba was waiting to come on. Fourth official said, you had your 10 seconds, you took too long, you'll have to come on next time. Germany ball. Kamila Kuva fires it out to the left, and it's a good ball into the path of Sarah Linde. Linde's delivery. Mešnik behind it. So Kajba still waiting to come on. Down the right it goes, towards the corner flag for Germany. Pass intended for Greve on the corner of the box. It won't get there, but Germany can carry it across the edge of the area anyway for Minge. Now the shot from distance. It's just up and over. Selina Cerci just clipping the top of the roof of the net there. Got the dip and the swerve on it. Aimed high, got it back down, but just not quite enough. Zala Mešnik knew it from early on, but Cerci went close. So Slovenia did, of course, get to make their change in the end. Nina Kajba has come on, as has Zala Kustrin. Linde, she's got round the corner there. Chips it towards the back post, it's just too high. Martinez was up there at the far side. She knew once she got off the ground that it was still just going to be too high for her. Isabela Krijaj, the Slovenia fullback, in all kinds of trouble there. The header cushioned back. It's too far in front of Greve. Slovenia have possession back, and there's a chance to turn. Kustrin goes for the switch back pass towards Prashnikar. Nice idea. She might get it back here. The fresh legs of Kustrin, but she was also up against the fresh legs of Sophia Kleinherner. Good introduction for the 27-year-old Kustrin. Plies her trade at Sturm Graz in Austria. Well, he cuts a relaxed figure, doesn't he, Sasha Coleman? His team have got a lot of work to do here, though, at 2 down. Corner headed away towards the edge of the box. The second touch goes Germany's way as well, and they might be able to break here. 3 red shirts forward, the defenders scrambling to get back, just one waiting. Krijaj, the only one. Martinez into the box. She's taken it wide. She can't really bring it under control. Germany could have put Slovenia to the sword there. The initial momentum just fizzled out. They still have the ball. Chonch gets the header out. Back again it will come with Sarai Linde. It's clipped over from the left and headed away. Greve behind it. Sophia Kleinherner knocks it inside. Minge plays it forward. It's lofted long to the far side. Great delivery, and it's sent back across the middle. That was so dangerous. That was a gilt-edged chance for a Germany third. Ciacci drifting in at the far side, sent it across really well, and there's just no clean contact in the middle. They couldn't have worked that much better. Melissa Kussler was close. Germany were close. Whistle has gone, flag was up. Melissa Kussler denied. Still waiting for a first Germany goal, Melissa Kussler. Just the 4 caps. Spread out since November of 2022, since she was first involved with the senior Germany setup. Scored a hatful for the under-19s a few years ago, but at 26 years of age now, it's rather away behind Melissa Kussler, but she will be really determined to get on the board today. Scored plenty of goals with Turbine Potsdam. Had a good record as well with Hoffenheim. Moved over to Denver Summit on a free transfer in January and scored 4 goals in 11 showings for the Denver outfit. She's been instrumental today, of course, Melissa Kussler. Just the only thing that's missing is that goal itself, the one that she really wants. Kuva. Linde again, maybe the option over on the left. The pass is more central instead. And the free kick will go Germany's way. Kussler fouled as she was just dropping back to try and get in possession. It's Dominika Konch Chonch has taken over the captain's armband in the absence of Mateusz Ver. So Kussler with a painful one, holding the right ankle. Germany free kick. It's Larissa Mühlhaus standing over it. She'll be the one to send it in. Right-footed, high, curling towards the far side and headed across the goal again. Well, you can see exactly what they were trying to do there. Loop it towards the far post, play it back across the danger zone, and when everybody is flooding towards the face of goal like that, it can be so difficult to defend. It's good work from Linda. Got it over towards Kleinherne in the middle. Mühlhaus, Martinez, who scored the second. She's found the back of the net for Germany. That's what Kussler wants to do as well. Linda, perhaps credited with the opening goal by some. Looked like a Prajnikar own goal to me. Krijai will win the chase to it, but Selina Cerci gets there and takes over. Mühlhaus barging away into the box, and was she brought down? The referee Michalina Diakov says no. The appeals were there. She just wouldn't give up. Here's the effort from the set piece just a moment ago. Kuva getting to it first. Over at the far side, and it needed Tinkara Testen to stop it coming across the danger zone. Less than 20 minutes to play, still Slovenia 0, Germany 2. Sarai Linda's header turned across her own goal line by Lara Prajnikar, and then Melissa Kussler's shot spilled by goalkeeper Zala Mershnik and tucked in on the rebound by Shakira Martinez. The 24-year-old on the board for Germany. They lead by 2-0. Norway still lead by 2-1 against Austria. Carolina Graham Hansen has missed a penalty. Denied them the chance of pulling two clear again. But it won't mean much at the moment for Slovenia. Not while they're 2 down. Austria would still be taking third place in the group, and they would go on to the more favourable playoff path as they look to qualify for the Women's World Cup. Chonch. Golob and Agrej combining passes, but it's all gone wrong for Slovenia at the back. Germany forward, Enderman into the box. Blocked well. It's going to stay in play though. Golob will have to get back up and maybe do it all over again right now. Germany, for the second time in a couple of minutes, have a player down in the box. Enderman gets back to her feet. Again, the referee says nothing doing, but Germany will have a corner from it. Just frustration for Agrej. Wanted the free kick from somewhere, but she knows the ball was just pinched away cleanly. Slovenia appear to be tiring in the closing stages of this contest. Brandon Nusken getting ready to come on. Martinez makes her way off. So the end of the day for Vivian Enderman. Shakira Martinez withdraws with a goal to her name. Melissa Kussler left out there. Mulhouse ready to take the corner. Just over 15 minutes to go. Referee Diakov, the Polish official, just wants to have a word with the players inside the 6-yard box before this is taken. Kujai defending the near post. He's sent in, keeper's up for it, doesn't get a punch on it. It was an awful mess in there. The referee checking again to see what she saw, but nothing worthy of a foul nor of a penalty. And that means Jule Brand will be able to take this throw in. Brand links up with Cerci. It's going to go back to Kuva. It's drifting long towards the 6-yard box. And Meshnik, the only one behind it. Four attempts on target to 6. That's not the second half picture, but it does go some way to showing how well Sasha Coleman's team did in the first half. They were so dangerous on the break. That was the punch from Meshnik, which didn't really get the ball cleanly away. A couple of players getting a little bit of the ball each. Nobody taking command of the situation. Linda's in space, calling for the ball, and she'll get it. What's that handball from the number 7? Kajba had the hand up, but she deflected it back towards her goalkeeper, and she's back in touch. And Krijai sends it down the line. Kustrin looking to turn and find a way past Kamila Kuva. But the Wolfsburg defender is not letting her through. It's only cap number 5 for Kamila Kuva, only 22 years of age. Already looks like somebody who's very comfortable and very confident out there. Plays beyond her years, Kamila Kuva. Easy to forget that Janina Minga is only 26, turning 27 in a couple of days. Nuskin drops it off for the shot. It's left-footed, it's well off target. Larissa Mulhouse wanted more. Just seemed to fade away off the left boot of the Wolfsburg player. Well, Germany have spent so much more time on the ball in the second half. They've spent so much more time in the Slovenia half as well. And the best thing that Slovenia managed before the break was counter-attacking football that led to some dangerous situations, but they've just not really been able to find that groove again since the restart. Germany have extended the lead to 2. They were unfortunate, Slovenia, to go 1 down. Can they pull one back now? It will trickle over the line, but the flag had already gone up. I'm not sure everybody at Stadion Stojice had seen it, but it's not going to count. This one was more of a clear-cut thing. There's still not too much in it, but it looked as though Kustrin was offside initially, and it was a bit of an easier spot than the Sternad decision in the first half. Twice now then, Slovenia have had the ball in the back of the net. Twice it has been ruled out for offsides. They'll feel a little bit hard done by the way that things have panned out here. But it's not done yet. More than 10 minutes left of the 90, of course. Germany leading by 2-0. It's the final game of World Cup qualifying for Germany, at least, who are on their way to Brazil next summer. And they're going to complete an unbeaten campaign, barring A miraculous Slovenia turnaround at the end here. Linda, ball across to the far side. Mulhouse bullied her way in there, but couldn't make clean contact at the far post. More good work from Sarai Linda. Only scored once in her 33 caps, 34 today. A former Hoffenheim player. She'll be keen to claim the first goal of this one if it doesn't go down as a Prashnikar own goal. Looks beautiful from that view near Stadion Stožice, but it's actually rather difficult to get to. You end up walking through something of a car park to get into the stadium. Looks like an abandoned, unfinished car park at that. You end up in a bit of a concrete jungle before you get to the stadium, which is covered in moss, green from the top, very much grey from the way in, but it's a great facility once you're in. Double change for Slovenia coach Sasha Coleman. Slovenia ball down on the left-hand side. Good turn, Kustrin. She's been dangerous since coming on. Križaj has to be turned away from the edge of the 6-yard box. There wasn't too much power behind it. As Izabela Križaj still got the energy to get down to that on the flank, she doesn't. Teammate Schonch asked a lot of her there. Now it's Germany's turn to move in the other direction. Kessler goes after it, but Agrej was behind it, and always likely to win the foot race. So Miriam Kastelec, one of the players who's made her way on. Played a handful of minutes in the opener against Germany, the 5-0 defeat for Slovenia. Something on target this time from Larissa Mulhouse. Kastelec got 6 minutes against Germany in the 5-0 defeat. Couple of minutes against Austria and Norway as well. Now she gets her chance for just about 10 minutes maybe at the end of this one. Ketish, the other player who came on in that late double change for Slovenia. She got a few more minutes in the reverse fixture, played 24 minutes against Germany. Played around about a quarter of an hour in both of Slovenia's games against Austria as well. An important 1-0 win, and ultimately a devastating 1-0 loss, which has left Slovenia at the bottom of this group. Austria's hard-fought point in the 0-0 draw against Germany looks like it's going to be enough to leave them ahead of Slovenia in League A Group 4 at the end, once all things are said and done. The throw-in all the way back into the penalty area for Janina Minge. Now there's some space down the right-hand side. Can Germany stretch play? Can they catch out a tired Slovenia team here in the closing stages? We're into the 85th minute of the 90. Germany heading for victory number 5 in 6 European World Cup qualifying games. It looks very much like it's going to be a fitting send-off on the birthday of Christian Wück, the coach. It looks like it'll be a victorious finale for Germany in a qualifying campaign which has seen them book their place in Brazil with a game to spare. Isabela Krijaj makes her way off. She's put in a real shift for Slovenia. The change sees the 31-year-old Kaja Ergen coming on. So Miriam Castellets has found her way into the book. That's her first real contribution to the game. Brand back on her feet. All the way into the centre circle it goes. Minge. That's a nice turn. The pass forward doesn't quite match, though, from Jule Brand. Good battle for the ball there. Kaja Ergen, a freshly introduced player for Slovenia, fighting hard against Selina Cerci. She's moving from Hoffenheim to Arsenal in the off-season. Arsenal, who were knocked out in the UEFA Women's Champions League semis in the season just gone. Victors, of course, winners of the Champions League the year before, upsetting Barcelona in the final. Plenty of players in this Germany setup now, based in the Women's Super League. Chance to cross from the right. Kleinhirn, into the box it goes. What can Germany do from here? Can Melissa Köstler get the goal that she probably deserves, given that she was instrumental in the first and second for Germany? Not with this foray forward. And Katrin Berger on the bench. She's watched on as Ena Mahmutovic has won a rare cap in goal for Germany today. In the second half, we've not seen a lot of her. Kustrin, chance now to test Mahmutovic maybe. Good ball across the middle. Nice idea, looking for Castellets. They're still giving it everything here, Slovenia. Full credit to the home side in Ljubljana. They'll be wondering whether this could have been different. Maybe there could have been a goal up at the break, perhaps. Sounds unrealistic on paper when you consider they've never scored against Germany before, but they would have been good value for a goal maybe in the first half. Any positivity from the first 45 minutes has largely petered out in the second half. Sasha Coleman, he'll know that the difference in quality between the two squads has ultimately told in the second 45 minutes. Germany were fortunate to lead by a goal to nil at the break, but 2-0 seems like a pretty fair scoreline right now. The milestone has passed now, of course, but these have been goals 1002 and 1003 in terms of competitive fixtures for the DFB Frauen. Marie Müller scored the 1000th on her debut last time out against Norway. What a special moment. That ultimately the goal that sent Germany to the World Cup as well. Lea Schüller might have been given the chance today. to score her 50th competitive goal for Germany and therefore move clear in second place in the standings behind Birgit Prinz. Christian Vuk didn't see the need to bring out all of the big guns today for the game against Slovenia. A dead rubber in competitive terms. And we approach the last few seconds of the 90. How much added time will there be, if any? We're about to find out. 3 additional minutes in Ljubljana. 3 minutes left of Germany's World Cup qualifying campaign. Cerci across the edge of the area. Greve. Is there something more that either of these two teams can dig out here? Now they're tiring. Oh, miscommunication. Chonj couldn't get to it. She just shifted her weight back as Sarah Ketic knocked it forwards, and it's tamely out of play for a Germany throw. Well, Christian Vuk will be a little happier with the second half showing after a disappointing first half display. Slovenia more than matching Germany before the break. It's floated into the box. Nobody there in red and yellow. A minute of the 3 additional already elapsed. Pressure on, but Kamila Kuva so happy in possession. Used her body really well. Good footwork to get around the corner and just evade the pressure. Mühlhaus drops it off with Brand. Where can Brand go? Across the middle, and it's poked over the top. That was the chance maybe for Melissa Kössler to get the goal that she really wanted. What a finish to the group it would have been. She did well to stretch forward and get the touch, but she couldn't keep it down. Kleinherder, the substitute, with a decent delivery, and Kössler just sent it over the crossbar. She made a good contact with it as well. The timing on that had to be perfect. When you're stretching like that, though, it's so difficult, virtually impossible to keep it down. She did a decent job, actually. Would have been a thumping finish from the number 18. Sasha Coleman sitting back in the 3rd of 3 additional minutes. We're almost at the end of this European World Cup qualifying campaign. Brand's corner. Germany opened the scoring from a corner at the end of the first half. This time it's headed away by Ketic. It was Buhl's corner in the first 45 minutes that Sarai Linder flicked on at the front post before Lara Prashnikar prodded it over her own goal line for 1-0. Germany fortunate to lead at the break, but they found another gear after the interval. Martinez on the rebound with her first Germany senior goal after Melissa Kössler's shot was parried by Zala Merschnik in the Slovenia goal. That was the Germany second, and they never looked back. A comprehensive performance after the break, at least, for Christian Vuk's Germany team. They have their ticket booked for Brazil next summer in any case, but they finished off with an unbeaten campaign.
Das war die Frauennationalmannschaft im ZDF, präsentiert von Google Pixel.
Victory away in Ljubljana, Slovenia 0, Germany 2, the final score.